Presumptive Republican nominee Donald Trump is again mixing it up with white supremacists, memes, anti-Jewish stereotypes, this time tweeting a meme of Hillary Clinton created by a white supremacist centric, a discussion forum, a message board online that is a very popular stomping ground for white supremacists and neo-Nazis alike. It includes that six-pointed Star of David on top of a pile of cash with Hillary Clinton's face. And of course, after posting this to social media, Donald Trump received all sorts of criticism, deleted the post, replaced it with an identical one that had a circle instead of the star shape, with the Star of David being removed. Regardless, the entire thing appears to have originated on a message board that's, as I mentioned, very popular for neo-Nazis and anti-Semites and white supremacists. So again, is Donald Trump personally anti-Semitic? Who knows? Probably not, right? I mean, his daughter converted to Judaism. His son-in-law is Jewish. His grandkids are Jewish. But once again, he's tied in with white supremacists' ideas or memes or whatever. And in addition to this, the name of the image in the original post that was tracked back to that message board is hillhistory.jpg, which Mike's Anthony Smith explains is probably also code for Heil Hitler. This is neo-Nazi code. It's cool, Lewis, on the internet among anti-Semites and white supremacists to use HH or references to HH like Hill History to refer to Heil Hitler. Very, very interesting and clever what's going on the internet with people who hate Jews, isn't it?
Very clever. Not as clever as that 3 parentheses thing. But do we know that is this Donald Trump? I know it's his personal Twitter account.
Yeah.
But is he the guy retweeting and tweeting things?
He has talked about this. He says he's directly involved. So sometimes he'll yell to the women. He made it clear it's women who work outside his office, and they'll put something up or whatever. And sometimes it is him. If it's at night, he says it's usually him. Who really knows? I mean, yes, sometimes it's him, sometimes it's not.
We can say that the trend of Donald Trump having incompetent and stupid people working for him continues, because whoever did this must have been fired, right?
I mean, honestly, probably not, because it is Trump and Trump stands behind his people or whatever, until he fired Corey Lewandowski,
that wasn't
his campaign manager.
Yeah.
After this report, the account from which the watermarked Star of David meme originally came from, that account started deleting some of its more inflammatory images, and the account no longer existed as of yesterday afternoon. What does the Trump campaign say? Well, yesterday they said that the social media graphic used this weekend was not created by the campaign, nor was it sourced from an anti-Semitic site. It was lifted from an anti-Hillary Twitter user, where countless images appear. As I mentioned, most of those now gone. In most circumstances, a Republican candidate tweeting white supremacist content would be problematic, but it really doesn't seem to be affecting Donald Trump.
It has built him support, and it's not enough to dissuade his supporters, even those who think that it's stupid
Right.
or inflammatory, because the people who, well, like people like us, so we're not going to vote for him anyway. So he really can do or say just about anything. Maybe he could shoot people on Fifth Ave or whatever.
Well, let's cut to the chase, right? He said, let's ban all Muslims from entering the U.S. until we can, quote, figure out what's going on. He said that Mexico is sending not their best people. They're sending the rapists and the violent people, although some he assumes are good people. He said he could shoot people on Fifth Avenue and it wouldn't affect whether people are going to support him or not. A tweet with a Jewish star on a pile of money ridiculing Hillary Clinton is actually quite low in terms of the publicly inflammatory things he's said and done.
I guess. Yeah. So this is mild, and the stuff we've covered before is worse. This is still pretty bad.
Oh, there's no doubt. Yeah, it's just that compared to the other, for the average candidate, this would be a huge scandal. But for Trump, it's like this is not even the first time that he's retweeted white supremacist content or tweeted it on Twitter.